This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.
Hi, my name is Igor Kheifets, and this is The List Building Lifestyle, the only podcast which delivers cutting-edge conversion strategies from the online trenches straight to your earbuds. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. I also invite you to grab a free copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. And now, once again, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. Welcome back to another edition of the List Building Lifestyle. I'm your host, Igor Kheifets. And if you're wondering, how can I stand out in a marketplace crowded with competitors? Competitors often more potent, more funded, should I say better funded, more equipped, smarter, more connected than I am. If you're wondering, how can I, a brand new person in this really competitive marketplace, how can I stand out? Then this episode is for you, because this is a huge problem right now. I mean, everybody wants to have an online business. Everybody. There's new gurus sprouting every single day. There's more and more people trying to teach something. There's more and more information that's being created and published on the internet. There's more and more misinformation as well. And there's just more noise, right? It's a very noisy marketplace at this point. And on average, the prospect is being hit with anywhere between 4,000 to 10,000 advertising messages per day. That's a lot of messages. That's a lot of stuff. And not possibly, I mean, nobody, I really don't care who you are. Nobody can consume so many advertising messages in a day consciously while living their life. In fact, if all you did was just sit in front of a computer screen all day and consume ads, and let's just say it took you on average about a second to consume an advertisement, you'd be sitting there all day long and you still wouldn't be done with all the messages by the end of the day. You'd be so overwhelmed, your brain would be fried. It would be fried completely. You wouldn't be able to do anything else. And by the time you watch the advertising message number 1027, you'd be completely shut down. Like, you wouldn't be able to take it. So how do we go about our days consuming so much advertising and still keep our sanity? Well, the thing about the human brain, and we spoke about this on the earlier episodes, that the brain is really good at blocking stuff out, at tuning things out. So the brain learned that advertisements are interfering with its day-to-day functions, and it learned to tune it out. So it doesn't matter who you are, what your IQ is, your brain works the exact same way. Now imagine what happens if not only you're competing against other people that are spending money and putting in effort and getting creative about, kind of getting their advertising messages across to the prospect in the same space that you are, but also the brain is completely tuning it out. So basically both of you, or maybe it's the 10 of you or 20 of you or 50 of you, are competing for a brain that is incapable of giving attention. And here's the interesting part, is that there's only one way at this point to get people's attention. Either you hit on a hair-on-fire problem that people are wondering about, and that means that if my car broke down and I'm on the side of the road right now, and my battery has died, and I see a billboard right next to the road that says, "Your battery died on your way to work, call this number and we'll deliver a brand new battery to you in less than 20 minutes. Dial 1-800-battery delivery fast," right? So if that's the case, and I have a hair-on-fire problem that I'm thinking about right now, or it's something I've been thinking about for a long time and still wasn't able to solve, then I will pay attention to the ad. But the other thing is, of course, a story. You see, we learn to tune out advertising, but we never, ever, ever, ever tune out entertainment. In fact, entertainment actually takes over. It always takes over, no matter what state we're in. If we're sick, if we're busy with some business-related stuff in our life, right? I mean, how many of you listening to the show right now, how many of you have interrupted your work in favor of entertainment, such as browsing through your Facebook feed, such as watching a YouTube video, such as, something interesting coming up on TV, such as watching a game, right? It's always like that. The entertainment, its value by the brain is always perceived on a much higher scale than advertising ever will be, and anything else really, even work. Like I said, work is not on the highest level of our, priority scale. Entertainment is. And stories are a form of entertainment. Now, obviously, we could say if you want to really entertain people, you should have your own TV show like Donald Trump. But we're not trying to. We don't play with millions and millions of dollars here, and we're not trying to go national. What we're trying to do is get our target prospect to pay attention. And I'm telling you, there's no better way to do that than a story, because story, since we were kids, we are conditioned to accept stories as a form of entertainment. I mean, if you have kids, you know how incredibly easy it is to calm your child down before bedtime by saying, let me tell you a story. Let me tell a story. Like yesterday, my daughter, she was crying her eyes out. She was really getting rowdy, and it was about time for her to go to bed. And we couldn't do anything. We couldn't bribe her with anything to get her to calm down. So at last, I said, you know what? Let's go read the Cinderella story. Let's go do it right now in your bed. She didn't argue. She's like, yes, let's go and do that. She took her blankets. She went upstairs and we started reading the story. By the time we were done, she was all, she was really satisfied and satiated, and she went to bed. So stories, they work. They work on this incredibly deep level, because you don't have to teach your child about stories. The child already knows somehow, right? So same thing with their adult brain. Adult brain loves stories. Look at Hollywood. Look at the novel market. Look at everything that's going on in our life today. Everything is a story. Take Subway. Subway completely transformed their franchise and actually saved their business thanks to the Jared story. The guy who lost weight. It was transformation. And so you absolutely have to tell stories in your marketing to gain people's attention, to wake them up from the state of drowsiness, and to, most importantly, position yourself as a different type of business, as a different type of person in such a crowded marketplace. You can't position yourself differently if you're making the same claims or similar claims as everybody else. But if your story is different, if you're telling your story and you're doing it in an engaging way, you will be able to easily gain traction and easily get an upper hand on your competitors. Now, the question is, how do you tell this story? What is the process to telling this story? And I can't possibly do justice to this process in a single podcast episode or even a series of podcast episodes. That's why I put together a program that's called The Ultimate Guide to Story Selling that you can get at bridge.igorsolowets.com. Go ahead and visit that page and pick up a copy of the Bridge page /story marketing formula. It's a 9-step formula that walks you through every step, allowing you to put together your best possible story to promote and market your program, no matter what you're selling, but especially if you're selling business opportunities, because I actually present you with examples and case studies from this market in the program. So again, the link is bridge.igorsolowets.com, and you can get the program at 50% off during launch. So make sure to visit it right now. Don't delay. Don't miss this chance. So this is Igor. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of The List Building Lifestyle, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Thank you for listening to The List Building Lifestyle. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play to never miss an episode. Because who knows, just one conversion tactic we share on the show might double your list and double your business. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. And don't forget to claim your complimentary copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. This is Igor Kheifets, and until next time we talk, have a good one.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.